The biggest story to me is José Altuve. José Altuve was hit on the hand by an American pitcher who probably thought he was. And by the way, the reaction from people on Twitter was absolutely disgusting. It made me mad all over again with people celebrating José Altuve, the worst cheater in the history of baseball.
Oh my
that this was karma knocking him out. With
God.
It was infuriating when I saw that.
That's just
and I got into it a little bit. I mean, so José Altuve got hit on the hand. Surgery is necessary on the thumb, and he is going to miss a chunk of games, somewhere between 8 to 10 weeks. I'd say at least 2 months. So that is going to test the Houston Astros. To me, that was the biggest news. But right there behind it was, Cougs advancing to the Sweet 16.
So
again.
Altuve now, and there's this. And hey, listen, a couple of other guys. Arenado got hit by a pitch, and he got hit on the hand. Apparently, he was okay. Yoan Moncada had a collision out in the outfield. He was hurting worse. We saw what happened with Edwin Diaz. Now we see José Altuve, and the discussion is about the World Baseball Classic. Listen, I understand that those countries, we don't give a rat's ass. We're in the finals, and I don't know what the ratings are here. I can't imagine.
The fan base. I don't know about the players.
No. The players are. Listen, Arenado said if the score was close, and they were kicking Cuba in the
14-2 is
well, it wasn't 14-2 at the time. Yeah, so we're kicking. He said if it wasn't that score, he would have fought. I don't even know who's managing. Listen, this is important to the Latin American countries. It's important to the Asian countries. I get it. It's not important to us. And it just sucks. It's not important to us. We don't care. America just doesn't care.
But José Altuve doesn't play for America.
I understand that, but he still is playing for an American team here in the United States in the Houston Astros. And this, I get it. I don't have to care about it. I don't care about it. What I do care about is that José Altuve isn't playing. José Altuve wanted to be there. José Altuve, I guess if you asked him, would you do it again?
Oh,
he would do
yes.
it again.
Oh, yeah.
He would absolutely do it again, despite the fact that he's going to miss 8 to 10 weeks or more.
This is a World Series for him.
Yeah, right.
Make no mistake, he gets 2 World Series. Yes, RJ.
Well, I wanted to ask this to you guys after seeing that, but even also with the Neris and Altuve, almost getting hit by a pitch. If you were, like Dusty Baker or something like that, would you have considered saying hey, all the Astros guys just come back?
Well, Dusty can't do.
You can't. The guys wouldn't do it. They say, no. We're playing here. Listen, they've got insurance. They're actually going to be paying José Altuve's. WCBC has insurance, and they'll be paying Altuve's contract. It's the same with Edwin Diaz, and if you want Moncada misses any time as well, that they're going to. But Dusty Baker can't tell them to come back.
No,
he just can't. Now,
if they want to, I think the solution here is going to be what a lot of people are mentioning, and I think it's probably not a bad idea, is November is after the World Series, World Baseball Classic, and that way you get guys when they're in there. The question is going to be weather related issues, but the idea is they're more in baseball shape. You get a chance to do that because it's really important. So most players want to leave after the year's over, but they will certainly stay. World Baseball Classic guys are going to stay to play that. They're not going to just take off. They're going to play in the World Baseball Classic. And then if there's any issues, you have time to recover from that. And it likely won't fit into, unless there's some kind of freak accident like with Edwin Diaz. So I think to me that's the most likely change. Unless you're going to have carve-outs and contracts where teams negotiate whether or not a Latin American player or Japanese player can play in the World Baseball Classic. It may be something that once you sign, when they offer a 10-year contract to somebody at $350 million, they may put in there Can't World play. Baseball, or we claw back contract if you miss, for missed time, something like that. Even though the World Baseball Classic, as you mentioned, has insurance. So I don't think they're going to do that. I think the Latin American players, you would see a massive amount of anger if you tried to prevent them. And we can say whatever we want about not caring as American fans. They're not Americans, so they don't care what you think.
No,
You know?
no.
And Major League Baseball wants him to.
And again,
happy.
They can love it all they want, and the Latin American countries and whatnot. It just sucks here. It just sucks because José Altuve is a huge cog. Huge. You get Mauricio Dubon is the answer, or David Hensley is going to be the answer at second base for the first 2.5 months of the season.
6'7" second baseman. That's not right.
No, it's not right.
America shouldn't have to deal with that.
Hey, we go from a 4'7" second baseman to a 6'7" second baseman.
That's not what America's supposed to be about.
No.
That's not American exceptionalism.
José
Altuve is not American, but
no.
In general, that's not American exceptionalism to be 2 feet taller at second base.
It just sucks. It
really does suck.
This is the worst
bad.
possible scenario. You lose José Altuve.
I know
for this long.
The worst possible. Well, I'm not even going to talk. So, because there's other players that play for the Astros that are still playing.
Yeah, there's Kyle Tucker and Kyle Tucker, by the way, is having himself quite the WBC.
Did you see the save for? Did you see the
Presley?
save on Saturday?
Yeah,
he Presley that save.
Bang.
Out.
Oh, thank you.
What was the exit velo on that out?
Hey, that's one of the best closers in baseball.
I know.
And despite what you think of him,
I know.
Despite your hatred for him and his greatness, so José Altuve out 8 to 10 weeks. Oh my gosh, we got to put up with. I would much rather watch that little fella at second base than that really big guy.
No, the little guy is fun.
The little fella is so good, so good. And then how long is it going to take him to get back in the he's going to then he's going to start. I guess 8 to 10 weeks is going to include his rehab to get back. But you don't know what kind of how he's going to be, facing live pitching after all of this time off. So it's going to be awfully difficult. It just sucks. You know what? They're good enough to maintain. They're good enough to withstand all of this. I would think they're good enough. Hopefully they're going to be good enough. This is the world champs and the real world champs, not this world baseball champs. And if America wins, are we gonna have a giant ticker tape on down Madison Avenue in New York? Is that what we're gonna do, or we're just all gonna go back to baseball? And you know what? Let's go. Everybody hit spring training because the season's about to start.
I hope so.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna give a rat's ass. Nobody cares here in the United States, and we got the best baseball team in the world. Who cares? Nobody.
Maybe you need to start caring a little bit more. Maybe you need to be for your country a little bit more since you have a chance to go back-to-back titles.
Nobody's more
in literally
America
the World Cup of baseball.
Nobody's more America than I am.
Then
Nobody.
why are you not excited about your team winning back-to-back titles?
Okay. How much have you watched of the World Baseball Classic?
A ton.
How much?
I can't even.
No,
honestly, I can't even measure the amount.
You can't measure it because it's zero. What's the lineup going forward here?
Oh man.
He led off Peña yesterday.
Yeah, that's gonna be your new. That's gonna be your new leadoff hitter. Jeremy is finally gonna be at the top.
Brantley.
Yep. You just flip flop.
Jordan, Bregman, Tucker or Abreu. Abreu or Tucker.
Abreu 6. You can't. Tucker's been on this team the whole time. You ain't putting Tucker. Tucker's 5.
Well, yeah, because Bregman's a righty hitter, then Tucker lefty, then Abreu righty. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Abreu 6.
Especially with our guy. Abreu 6. Then it's going to be
Chaz 7. Hensley or whoever is second baseman.
Well, if it's Dubon, he's 8th for sure.
Yeah, and then Machete.
Yeah. He likes Dubon too. That's a shame.
I know.
I hope he gives the Stork. I hope he gives him more opportunities. I hope he gives him, as opposed to, we've seen Dubon. We know what Dubon is. Dubon's probably a better second baseman, but Hensley's a better prospect and going to be a better hitter, I would imagine. Dubon came up with a couple of hits for you that were nice, a couple of nice hits.
Yeah.
You got to depend on Dubon this year is really because you didn't want him in center field anymore. Dusty finally, I think we got over that. Dusty got over that in the postseason that Verlander had to have his personal center fielder. I never heard of it before, but that's what happened for the majority of the season last year. I thought we were really done with having to have Dubon, but now you got with Altuve down, you got it's him or it's Hensley or Dubon, and I could certainly see Dusty switching him off. He likes veteran guys. Dubon's been around longer. He, for whatever reason, I would really like to see Hensley get the opportunity of not just, a day on, day off, 2 days on, 2 days off, whatever he's going to do.
Right.
Give him a real opportunity.
Yeah.
And then you can use Hensley as a left fielder when you want to rest Brantley.
Yeah, I think that
or Jordan.
I don't think Dusty's going to lock in with. I think Dusty's going to continue to play multiple guys so that everyone's ready. He can have his best opportunity to see. I think he wants to see what everyone can do, and then by the postseason, anybody can come in and step up. But I just think Dusty believes in giving multiple guys shots, so he gets a really good feel for some of those guys. And some of them are just who they're going to be. Dubon is who he's going to be. We're not going to see anything substantially different. We know he's going to be a light hitting outfielder with some speed, and he can play some infield for you. We know Hensley is this gigantic infielder who can play a little bit of outfield for you. Everything else is static, so I guess that's fine. And it's good to have a couple of players, I guess, who can play multiple positions for you. You need to have – you no longer have your Aledmus Diaz, so having an Aledmus Diaz is pretty important. Having two of them is even better. We'll see. There were still some ABs for Hensley that gave me hope that Hensley's going to be a major league hitter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing is I saw some really tough ABs in the postseason.
A walk.
Where I thought he really looked like, it was a great walk. It was a great at-bat.
Yep. How about Tucker leading off?
You could do that. I don't think Dusty will do it, though. I think Peña's the easy choice. He hit the two-hole before.
That's a right, left. Or no, it's a right, left, right. Because you're going to have Brantley and Jordan back-to-back left. If you really wanted to go right, left.
Plus, I think Peña's
you bat Bregman third, Jordan fourth, Breu fifth, Tucker sixth.
I think Peña's going to be your future leadoff man. Not until José Altuve is done playing, but I think he could be. I think Altuve could hit second and Peña hit first. Peña fits into that mold of, you want him to have a little better plate discipline, although José Altuve doesn't. But
listen,
but Peña's got home run power. Like Peña actually fits the mold of the new school of you want that guy getting more at bats.
What Peña did at the end of the regular season, batting second. How many games you won with Peña batting second in the lineup? How well he played, MVP, World Series, all of that stuff. If he hits really, really well at the top of the order while Altuve is out, I think you really, really, really got to think about when Altuve comes back that he moves into the two-hole and Brantley moves back in the lineup.
Right.
Now, I'm assuming that Brantley's not going to hit as well, but if Brantley's hitting as well, you got yourself a problem because what this kid has done so early in his career, winning the Gold Glove, World Series MVP, ALCS MVP, I mean, what this kid has done already and shown that, he's a winner, he's not afraid of any kind of circumstance. I just don't think you can just immediately when José Altuve, I mean, we're talking about a couple of months from now, and we're assuming that he's going to hit all of those things, but you just can't, I don't think you deflate him and put him back in the 7-hole when he's proven, I know Dusty loves, Brantley's just been doing it longer. He ain't doing it as long as Brantley has. Yeah, okay, but what this kid has done for this organization already last year, and hopefully, the start of this year, if he hits really, really well here at the top of the order, you got to throw him a bone.
I mean, he looks like the future.
Yeah.
He looks like the future. I don't.
Well, and Dusty would say, well, that's the future. I'm talking about now. And Brantley deserves it now because he's been around.
I just okay.
Okay.
You know what? Keep getting to the World Series. We're fine. I quibble with it. As long as you keep getting the World Series, Dusty, I can quibble all I want on a sports talk show. You keep getting new contracts and keep winning World Series, and that's all that matters. We can say whatever we want to say. I wish you would consider Jeremy Peña is the future, and the guy just won ALCS MVP, World Series MVP, and, had an incredible rookie season. Like, he looks like the guy that should be in the 2-hole. He really does, or the eventual leadoff hitter. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully Michael Brantley comes back. I know everyone's super excited about Michael Brantley. You guys do realize this is second major shoulder injury to the same, second major injury to the same shoulder, and that Michael Brantley is older with a bat that is likely to slow down. I don't know why there's so much deference to Michael Brantley as opposed to the guy who just got done slaughtering some of the better pitching that he saw on the way to another World Series and looked like he didn't have a care in the world, looked like the most confident player in the world. I mean, I don't know. It's a little strange to me. John, who was it that scored that run? Who was it that hit that home run where they went 18 innings and couldn't score a run?
That was Jeremy Peña.
Oh, God, dog it. That's right.
Yeah, that was Jeremy Peña.